WWE star Hulk Hogan, who's died at the age of 71. The president said the cultural impact he had was massive and described him as a great friend.
The wrestler, whose real name was Terry Bollea, shot to fame in the 1980s and later went on to pursue a career in television and film. Our North America correspondent John Sudworth looks back at his life.
I said, my God, there's nowhere to hide. But I'm real good at turning negative into positives. And when these people approach me, I realize now that they're happy to see me, they're aggressive for a reason. I just thank God it's happening, because if I wasn't so popular, that would mean that when I'm pointing up at after every match, I wasn't doing my job right.
Run for your life!
With starring roles in movies, including the Rocky franchise, he helped to turn a sport which constantly pushed the bounds of believability with its staged results into a global entertainment brand. In 2012, Hogan, real name Terry Gene Bollea, went to court after a sex tape was leaked and posted to the internet. He was awarded $140 million.
But what happened last week?
Last year, he lent his image to another showman who sometimes tests the bounds of believability, Donald Trump.
And they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother.
Reacting to news of his death, the president posted on social media, Hulk Hogan was MAGA all the way, he said. Strong, tough, smart, but with the biggest heart.
We're joined now by the former WWE announcer and sports broadcaster, Andy Shepherd. Andy, good morning to you. Hulk Hogan, I think, you know, he spanned so many generations. I remember him when he was wrestling, but also when he entered the movie world as well. He was a huge character.
Yeah, I think everyone over a certain age has a Hulk Hogan moment. I know certainly for me, he was my first entry into the world of professional wrestling, seeing this larger-than-life man, this larger-than-life character, this superstar who was just seemed like a superhero. I think everyone who has watched professional wrestling in some way has a Hulk Hogan moment and will remember him fondly for those moments.
Do you think he took himself seriously? Because, you know, you look at the world of wrestling, it was theatre.
Absolutely, and to my mind, it's the greatest version of theatre. I think the business does take itself seriously, particularly back in the 80s and 90s when it was very protected. But he also had a lot of fun. I think they realised what it was, and as his career went along, you could see how much fun he was having with it. They protect the business when it need to be, but no, I think he knew how to enjoy it.
Those heel turns, it's interesting, isn't it? Because, you know, the fans like who they like. I mean, he did it in the ring, but he also did some politically as well, and that wasn't always received well.
No, I think Hulk was who Hulk was. I think particularly late on in his career, he would say what he wanted to say. He would support the politics he wanted to support, and he would say the things that he felt, whether the masses thought they were right or wrong. I think that also comes with age, doesn't it? I think as people get older, they care less about what other people think. But Hulk was his own man.
Andy, morning to you. It's Charlie here. I suppose along with that when you have someone with such a huge persona like that, there's a lot of scrutiny. And he more than once got himself into trouble in relation to things he said and then apologies that had to follow.
Yeah, indeed. In your VT there, you guys said that he struggled with fame. And I think sometimes that pressure can come crashing down on people. We see it time and time again. The comments you're talking about, I think, leaked out in the video, some racist slurs and so forth. Hulk went on to say that was a very low point in his life, doesn't forgive those comments. But he went through a lot of challenges personally, and I think those crept out into his public persona, and he faced a lot of physical and mental challenges in his final years, for sure.
And Andy, if you were sort of picking for yourself a moment from his extraordinary fame and his career, what would it be? Where would you place this? What would he be doing?
I mean, look, for me, he built the business that I love on his shoulders. Without him, I don't think we would have professional wrestling in the form that it's in. And there are so many moments to look at. I think one, though, was WrestleMania 18, when people thought perhaps his career had already reached its zenith and he was on his way down, but him versus The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, that's an iconic match where he was supposed to be the bad guy, but the crowd loved him so much that during the match, they had to change roles almost. Rock became the bad guy, Hulk became the good guy. It's a legendary moment, and I think it's moments like that I hope people remember him for the crowd reaction, for the energy, for the entertainment, for the escapism that he brought.
Nice chat with you, Andy. Thank you very much. Andy Shepherd, sports broadcaster, obviously a big wrestling fan as well. Nice chat to you today. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.